I'm back. It's been a while. Life's been kind of tough. And I've been like really thinking about making videos again in a capacity where I can do it. And I don't know the direction to head as far as like making videos, because before I was really doing it to provide as much value as possible, as well as like being entertaining. But that just takes a lot of effort. And since having a baby, DJ, and then him having to go through, having a club foot and going through the process of that. And if you don't know, just please reach out how to handle that, because we've gone through all the trials and stuff. And it's not hard, but it's good to just have extra support if you need it. But going through all of that and then really trying to make videos, it's not easy. A couple good things that happened was achieved. Like one of my biggest goals was like get a promotion at my job, which is turning out to be not bad, but it's turning out to be a lot harder. Just more responsibility, a different department. I'm on the marketing team now, handling most of social media and stuff. And it's hard because there's a lot more responsibility on my shoulders, not just doing more, but literally representing a company, not my company, right? So that's really hard, because no matter what direction I want to head, I kind of have to humble myself and not necessarily like do what I want to do, but really understand what the leadership wants, right? And the owner really wants. So that's a big humbling experience that I'm experiencing, as well as just like a new, this is also like a new position that was offered to me, and it's kind of like we're trying things out, and a lot of things aren't working out. So it's also really hard to kind of like come to terms with like, man, this sucks. Like not hitting metrics that I want to hit, or these goals that we're trying to hit, and it makes it really difficult to like keep going. But it's only been like a month, right? A little over a month. It's okay, right? I'm putting in the work. I'm showing my stuff. The biggest thing is like just trying to think outside of the box while also balancing. Okay, cool, baby, my wife, the house, my health, right? So there's a lot of like stuff that I've been not neglecting, but really kind of like this actually, creating content and making videos, neglecting, right? Just because it's just the lowest thing on the totem pole. Like it's just not that important. So that's why it's kind of like, it was really going back to the drawing board and really had the time to really think about it, of like thinking about like, how do I create videos as well as like also do a creative outlet, and let me start making stuff for me, not really for anyone else. And if you like it, great, stick around. If you don't, whatever, it's not a big deal. This is just more for me. So that's what I'm doing right now, talking about it. And it's kind of difficult because I always feel like I have to deliver some sort of value. And if I just kind of go off the cuff, I don't feel like I am, but sometimes I do. But lately, kind of like change the subject right now, is I've just started really getting back into a routine of working out again. I've been barely working out. I've been working out maybe 3 to 4 times a week. My usual would be like 5 times a week, guaranteed, right? I work out 5 times a week, maybe do like an extra cardio session here, and this is before the baby. And now, since DJ's been here, it has been out the window. Get it in when I can. Routine is non-existent. I've been trying to wake up earlier, starting my morning routine, reading the Bible, eating breakfast, and then working out. But sometimes like my mindset just isn't there. And it's like, it's so funny because it's like for so long I preached and I coached people on this, on how to manage things and how to be okay with things, and like, and the reality is like what I would say to them is like, hey, this is just a season of your life. Don't worry about it. Chill out. Meanwhile, I'm not taking my own advice. I'm like freaking out because I'm not working out. I'm not taking care of myself, so to speak. But I just need to chill out. And it's kind of like another reason why I wanted to make a video like this, is because I just need to just show it, right? Like I just did a deadlift, which should have been just like maybe a moderate amount of weight, movable weight. I can only do 1. And I'm like, dang, that sucks. It's a humbling experience. I like ran a mile the other day. It hurt so bad. It wasn't even like, I didn't want it. Took me under 8 minutes, but like to me, that's terrible. Or my past self would say, and that's terrible, right? But like, I'm just in this season where it's like, I just need to get in what I can, because that's good enough, right? Like picking up this weight for 1 and not 2, in my mind is like, that's horrible. You suck, right? And that only pushes me to go be better. But at the end of the day, that's really good. Like this is something that like a lot of people can't do or are not able to do, and I need to appreciate and really just have some gratitude that I'm able to do it and have this home gym, right? So that's really what I want to start doing, is just kind of talking about where I'm at, what I've been doing, what's been going on, what I've been getting into, as well as like how to grow from here. And right now, just got ground, like starting from square one again, right? Creating content, starting to make YouTube videos again, and seeing where this goes, as well as dealing with the birds, because these birds are just quite annoying when I record. But yeah, so as far as like content creation and everything, where I want to head with this is just, I simply just want to do this. I simply just want to talk to the camera about what's on my mind. A lot's been going on. Literally yesterday was wild, an unfortunate thing, but at the end of the day, it's all going to come back to glorify Jesus Christ. And that's what I really want to also use this platform for, is not only just to create content for myself and just have the joy of doing that, but also to glorify Jesus Christ, because that's what we're meant to do. And if you don't like it, that's fine. At least you heard it, and that's the point. So yeah, that's where we're headed. That's where I'm headed. This is what we're doing. And stay tuned, because I'm gonna be getting into more things like my hobbies, what I've been getting into. And anything right now, I'm actually gonna cut to what I've been doing with my hobbies. So let's just check that out. Remember these guys that I told you about? Like I was painting and stuff. Well, I stopped doing that because I don't have the time to sit down and meticulously paint these, because this guy took me like 3 hours to do. Surprisingly, right? So small, but yes, it takes so much time. What I'm doing now, and I got back into, was a very old hobby of mine that I started doing it back in like 2020, and I kind of stopped because of work and stuff like that. It is collecting Pokemon cards. And man, I freaking love it. Number one, because I love the nostalgia of it, right? I have a ton of different kinds, but not only that, like I have some Japanese ones, but not only that, there is like a monetary gain when it comes to collecting Pokemon cards. Now, I'm not saying you're gonna get rich or anything like that, or invest in Pokemon cards. What I'm saying is like you can self-fund this hobby by doing this. So what I've been doing, going on Facebook Marketplace or going on eBay and finding cards to either grade or for my own collection, right? So I have a lot of different kinds of cards here. Some that I'm gonna send out to grade, and some that, here's like an old Pikachu of mine that I had since I was like 10. I remember this. And then what I do is I go to card shows and I find maybe the same Pokemon cards. For example, this Pikachu here, which could possibly fetch $2,000 if this gets a 10, like a 10 out of 10, perfect mint condition PSA grade. And that's like $2,000 right there to self-fund the hobby, to continuously do it, to increase my collection. Now, when you open up packs and stuff like that, it's, number one, right now, it's hard to come by packs and stuff like that. It's not easy because they're scalpers and it's not available, and the market's just crazy right now. But if you do come across some stuff, like opening packs is not as like, for the monetary gain, isn't as like fun as just opening it for yourself, right? Just to kind of fun, like to collect, which is what it's for. But there's a gambling aspect to it, which I recommend no one do. To get a hit, right? You might as well just, you'd probably have better chances going to a casino and making money that way than ripping open Pokemon cards and trying to find a really expensive card. But what I do and what I like doing is self-funding the hobby by buying and selling Pokemon cards, grading them, and then selling them for, more because they grade at a higher value, and then investing that time into, getting more. So like what I go to card shows or card shops, and I just look for cards, and I find stuff, and I found this guy, which was like $6. The market on this is like $10, but like if you get a higher enough grade, this is about like a $500 card. So like if it's in pristine condition, which it's not because it has a huge scratch on the back, but that's okay because I want it for my collection. And I get to just kind of collect these and have these and display these. Eventually I'll start displaying them, but that's what I started doing and occupying my time.
which I find really fun. So that's really how I'm going to end this video, showing off my very expensive card, if I do get this graded or not, Shining Gyarados. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.